This video will guide you through the process of completing the part profits tax of the tax return individuals via Tax Representative Portal. On this screen, please input the particulars of your client's sole proprietorship businesses. First, please indicate whether the client had deemed assessable profits pursuant to Section 20AE, 20AF, 20AX, and/or 20AY of the Inland Revenue Ordinance during the year. If the client had deemed assessable profits during the year, please input the particulars of the deemed assessable profits, such as the name and address of the non-resident person's special purpose vehicle, fund and special purpose entity, the total amount of deemed assessable profits for the year, and attach a computation showing how the total amount of deemed assessable profits is calculated. You may click the Browse button to upload the attachment. Then, enter the details of the client's sole proprietorship businesses, such as business registration number, name of business, gross income, turnover, gross profit or loss, net profit or loss per accounts, assessable profits or adjusted losses before charitable donations, amount of approved charitable donations, and mandatory contributions to mandatory provident fund scheme in the capacity of a self-employed person. Please provide supporting documents, including financial statements or accounts, for each business with gross income over $2 million for the basis period. You may click the Browse button to upload attachment. In addition, please indicate whether the client's business is chargeable at two-tiered rates, had transactions for or with non-resident persons, had deduction claims for expenditure on research and development or environmental protection facilities or intellectual properties, or claim profits tax concessions for profits derived from eligible intellectual property income. If your client has more than one business to report, click the More Businesses button to fill in additional information. If you choose Yes for the question "This business is chargeable at two-tiered rates" in the first screen of profits tax, you will see this input screen for business that is chargeable at two-tiered profits tax rates. You may input the number of connected entities in the question, state the number of connected entities. Please input the particulars of your client's connected entity, such as business registration number, name of connected entity, and complete the declaration. If your client has more than one connected entity to report, click the More Connected Entities button to fill in additional information. If you choose Yes for the question "I had transactions for or with non-resident persons" in the first screen of profits tax, you will see this input screen for notification of transactions for or with non-resident persons. For each business, please indicate whether your client has received as agent, on behalf of a non-resident person, trade or business income arising in or derived from Hong Kong, or whether the client has paid or accrued fees to a non-resident person in respect of professional services rendered, wholly or partly, in Hong Kong. Please also input the full amount of fees paid or accrued. If you choose Yes for the question "I had deduction claims for expenditure on research and development or environmental protection facilities or intellectual properties" in the first screen of profits tax, you will see this input screen for deduction claims for expenditure on research and development or environmental protection facilities or intellectual properties. Please input the amount of deduction claimed for expenditure on research and development or environmental protection installation or environmental protection machinery or environment-friendly vehicles and expenditure on intellectual properties under Section 16E and/or 16EA of the Inland Revenue Ordinance. The corresponding section will expand for you to fill in the required information.